so today we are talking about a budget because really and truly, the solution to a lot of this, that's where it starts. That's one of the first places to start in addressing this. And in the chat queue, this is what I'm going to ask you to do. I would love to know why you feel a budget, when I make a statement like that, how having a budget is a good place to start to help some of these situations. Why do you think that's the case? So in the chat queue, just type in a reason or two why you think having a budget of some sort would be helpful with someone's finances. What do you think? Liz says it holds us accountable. It does. Who else? How can a budget help? Helps you to know what you have to spend. Megan says it lets you know exactly how much of your money goes where, helps us not overspend. Kristen says, Jennifer says, help control spending. Ashley mentions you need to be able to see how much is coming in and going out. And Karen talks about identifying where smaller expenditures are going. Yeah, those small leaks, as Benjamin Franklin said, that can sink great ships, your financial ship. Controls your spending, Diane mentions. Accountability again, said Catherine. Shannon says you can't spend more than you make. A budget helps you stay on top of that. So yeah, all of those are spot on reasons why having a budget really can be, be very helpful. It does put you back in control of your money, and it's really hard to start making intentional decisions on what you're going to do with your money unless you go through that process of deciding on the front end. Here's what I have to work with. Here's how I'm going to use it. Trying to dream the big dream of things you want to do in the future. It's again very helpful to have a plan in place to allow you to do that. Helps us avoid unnecessary debt. When you think about the idea that people don't have $1,000 that they can get to in case of an emergency, well, what are the alternatives? They're going to have to borrow from somebody unless someone just gives them some money, right? And so that's a big, huge problem in some ways if that gets out of control. Debt has a purpose and a place for certain reasons, but that is a lot of times not such a good thing, and a budget can help with that too. So everything you said and some of the things on the screen, that's really why it's so important. John Maxwell likes to say that a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. And for some reason, that just really resonates with me, probably because it's true, right? Telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went.